So we'll do a schedule of steel as a class exercise, and I've got the usual notes to work through. And it's a fairly heavy part of the course, but it is only really 3 weeks of lectures, instead of 6 in the first semester. And you do have quite a bit of time in terms of to do the assignments. Unfortunately, on the flip side, you've got other subjects to do, I realise that. So you're going to have to organise your time as best you can. I do operate the email me, and I'll try my best to get back to you. A lot of students have been utilising that through the semester. What I don't do is like a question like, I'm doing assignment 1, can you show me how to do it? Or can you show me how to get good marks? Or can you look at this and tell me where I've gone wrong before I hand it in? That's kind of not quite the deal that I'm talking about. What I do appreciate is students who do a screenshot or a screen dump, maybe put it into paintbrush or something and put a circle around what they're talking about, which often gives me a better idea of what they actually are asking for. I keep all my student emails in and out of my inbox, and I'm collated somewhere like 500 already this year. So I'm quite actively giving help in that respect. But you have to put a little bit of an effort in yourself first, read the notes, and ask specific questions about things. In order to help you guys, although this is basically what I did say last week, but I'll reiterate on it. This is a picture of your assignment reinforcing. Okay? It's a sketch, so please don't just count up all the circles I've done and go, oh, that's how many bars there are. Okay? That is wrong. What is right is that we have the cover right the way around here should be the same, and the bars should be pushed as close as you can to the outer edge. And it's the same with something else I'm going to show you today, which is called plate design as well. So the old adage of Grandma's quilt, where she went right around the outside edge of the quilt with stretch, with the sewing machine or hand stitching, is quite relevant here, because that's what we do when it comes to reinforcing. We push it all to the outside edge. When it comes to plate design, we try and push the bolts to the outside edge as well. You've got a plate and your assignment, and you will have a design to do. You'll also have some plate questions in the test. You'll find them quite easy, but it's a case of understanding how to do it on a step-by-step process. Now, I'll take you through that today. I'll take you through that in a revision class, in a revision lecture the week before the test as well. So you get plenty of opportunities. Here's the deal, and I'm saying this to everybody, and I'm on film saying this, so I'm sure that's plenty of evidence hanging around the place. You've got a plate for the test. It's for the assignment. It's 75 by 75 by 10, I think, by memory. A plate is basically a flat piece of metal. The 10 is the thickness of the plate. You don't actually have to put the holes in it at this stage. You don't have to show anything for the assignment. There are 2 bolts in there. You do need to call up the bolts when you do your quantities. But for assignment 4, you're going to have to do 2 details. One of the details needs to be looking down on that plate and the holes and the angle that's welded onto it. So we'll talk about that today as well. Okay, so no matter what my sketch shows on the assignment, and I know that the sketch looks kind of a bit like this. It goes like that, and then there's another bar that goes like that, and this one goes like that. The reason why I've done it as a stick drawing like that is to show you that there were two bars joined. If I didn't, then my sketch would look like this. And you would all think that that's one great big bar, okay? It's a lot easier for me to do a sketch, a stick design, showing you how the bars separate, but please, when you come to do the design, do that. Second tip, I know it's more work, but why not draw that up? Ingrid taught you the minimum curve radius of 2.5 times the diameter for the centre line of the bar. Why not offset the cover, then offset half of the bar, and then do a P-line on top of that and draw it up? Because once you draw that up, you have a very good understanding of how long each of the members are. Do not use AutoCAD, by the way, it will give you the wrong answer. Might be out by 3 or 4 millimeters or 5 or something. Don't use AutoCAD, you need to calculate it. But it'll give you an idea of how everything's placed. Obviously, we don't know what this donut looks like, but that goes right to the other end of the abutment, so that's not too hard to calculate with the cover end. So these two red ones are my bonuses. This time, instead of half a mark, I'm offering a whole 1 mark bonus. You need to get both of them right, and you need to draw them properly on the plan view. Now, you'll know how brutal I am with my marking. If you put one delimitator line through the text on one of those two bars, that's as good as not doing it correctly. Delimitator lines are the lines that go to the tiny bars at each end to show you how far they go. The ones that go like that. That's a delimitated bar, that's a delimitated line, that's the bar itself, and that's the circle which joins the bar to the delimitator. If you put one of those delimitator lines through any text, obviously you're leaving yourself open to some issues with marking, but also if you want to get a bonus for the red, it needs to be perfect. Okay? Just to be 100% clear, you do not need to draw this for assignment 3. You don't need to draw. I'm just telling you, as a tip, you spend some time drawing it, and then maybe do the plan in that direction. So when you've finished it, flip it round. Because I kind of want to see the plan that way in your viewport. But in order to draw it, a clever person will draw this bit first, draw their lines up to draw the plan, just like you did in technical literacy, week 1, 2, 3, when you did your little sketches on plans, elevations, site, you know the ones that you've all just thrown in the rubbish bin. That's exactly what we were trying to teach you back then. And so at that point, you can then continue on and do the plan view. The next tip, I wouldn't actually start drawing the actual plan view until I've done my reinforcing schedule. Technically, we can work it all out off that. I would do my reinforcing schedule, I'd have that done, and then I would do the plan view. Some of the numbers may vary because there may be bars positioned in different places. So the reinforcing schedule will pick up all the bars, the total, for one abutment. However, the plan view may have the bars split up in different areas as you show them, so it might be half the amount on each one. Today's all about reinforcing, all about steel, so we won't be talking about that again. However, in your lab class, if I can get through all this information today, we'll have a full 2 hours of basically turn up to the lab, and I can walk around everyone one-on-one, give you a bit of help. Anyone might stay a bit longer, then towards the end, you might get a bit of additional help on top of that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Finally the computer's logged in, so I'll start saving the files to where they need to be. Maybe you just could get on your cell phones and make yourself present to what you normally do. There is a sheet up here if you don't have a cell phone. Your 2 ways of making yourself present on this class. I'm not sure, can you see the notes this week? I should have made them available if anybody's got a laptop or following through on the cell phone. Yeah, the predictor's working, I'll get back over that. Just hiding a couple of things from you guys. You see it all right? Week 9? Nothing? Really? No, you're telling lies. Sure fine? Alright, I'll believe you. Alright, I'm just saving everything to the desktop and we'll get it back.
活动一点，但是那个什么，阿里巴巴不是说已经出了12个那个汇兑吧？如果不想的话，可能发不了。
बैठ सकते हैं भैया
बैठ जाओ
आपके साथ वाली सीट महंगी
नहीं भाई आज तो हमारे दोस्त भी पीछे बैठ गए देखो भाई बेवफाई का हाथ तो देखो 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 आजकल